Networking and marketing made simple is for you, the business owner who has a product, a service, or a message that you believe in. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we'll take a behind-the-scenes look into the real-world marketing and networking tactics and strategies for getting what you have in front of you to a lot more people. Thanks for spending time with me, and now let's get started. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Networking and Marketing Made Simple. Super excited for today's episode. As you can see by the title, we are going to be going over, in my opinion, the 3 best pieces of content to put out on LinkedIn each week. And there are various different things that you can do. The other thing that I want to let everyone know, I'm going to include this in the description of the episode, but this is really easy. If you go to www.scottaaron.net, I have a free infographic on there. You just put in your name and email, and you'll get a 4-page PDF of how to properly start to optimize your LinkedIn profile. It's one of my staple gifts that I love giving out to all my listeners, anyone that's subscribed to anything that I'm putting out there, because that is the first and most important foundational thing that people need to do on LinkedIn to make sure that everything else is working the right way. So again, go to scottaaron.net. It'll pop right up, name and email. It'll be emailed right over to you. Now, so there's different types of content that you can put out on LinkedIn each week. There's posts, there's polls, there's LinkedIn Live, there's LinkedIn native video, there's discussions in groups, there's articles, there's newsletters. There's so many different things that we can do. But people consistently ask me, what type of content should I be putting out on LinkedIn each week? Should it be a basic post? Should you do an inspirational type post or quote tile? What is going to build my credibility best? So in my opinion, these are the 3 best types of content to post each week on LinkedIn. And if you are going to do this, this is what I would suggest to do. So let's just say, if you're posting 3 types of content each week on LinkedIn, then do a post on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So let's, as an example, the first thing that I'm going to go over with you is something you should do on Mondays. And it should be educational or informational LinkedIn Live trainings or native video. So it doesn't matter if this is done via native LinkedIn video, which obviously is pre-recorded and then you upload, or LinkedIn Live, which is what I love doing. No matter what you're going to do between those two, video is king when it comes to building a connection with your audience. Video, to some, is also one of the most scariest things for people to do right now. But I can promise you, once you get over that fear and you get your first video done, it'll be smooth sailing. So yes, it does show a vulnerable side of you, but that's actually a really, really good thing when you're looking to make and build a meaningful connection with your network and your audience. So if you're going to go the native video route, so the pre-recorded route, make sure that video, whether you do it from your PC and record it through Zoom and then upload it, or use your phone, which I like to do, make sure it's 2 to 4 minutes. And of those 2 to 4 minutes, make sure you're giving how-to or tips or some sort of educational topic that's within your wheelhouse. It's within your zone of genius. Now, on the flip side of that, if you're going to do a LinkedIn Live, which I prefer, I do 2 LinkedIn Lives a week, Mondays and Thursdays, make sure you go live for, at a minimum, 15 minutes, but no more than 30 minutes. That's kind of like your magic window, 15 to 30 minutes. So I prefer live video because I love organically connecting and interacting with people in real time. It's just something that speaks more to me. If I'm in a pinch and I need to get some content out there and it's easier for me to just sit down and do a 2 to 4 minute video and then upload it, I'll do that. But if I have the time, which I always do, it's in my calendar, I'm doing those LinkedIn Lives for 15 to 30 minutes. Now, just like posts and polls, make sure your videos are educational and informative, but also value added. You want people to come back and watch your videos more and more. So if you make them value added, they're going to see a value in that and they're going to come back each and every time. Now, number 2, so let's say Wednesdays. So Monday, obviously we went over video. Wednesday, do a LinkedIn poll to find out what the pain points are of your audience. So I've done trainings through LinkedIn Live on this. I've written articles on this, and it still needs to be talked about. One of the best ways to find out what your audience is lacking in their business or their life or something they need help with is by simply asking them. Questions will always lead to answers. And the LinkedIn poll feature is a great way to conduct this. I do personally, just like I do 2 LinkedIn Lives a week, I do 2 LinkedIn polls per week to help me create content that I know is going to be of value add to my audience. I'm not going to create content based on what I think people need to hear about. Instead, I'm going to ask them what they are struggling with, what they want to improve with, what kind of hole and gap they have in their business right now, what's lacking. And I can then in turn create content based on their needs, not something that I just want to talk about. The more often that you find out what people need help with within their business using the LinkedIn poll feature, I can promise you this: the more organic engagement you will receive in return, due to the simple fact of the value-added information that you're providing based on the pain or area of struggle that your audience is going through. So Wednesday, conduct those polls. Now, 3, or Friday, long-form LinkedIn newsletter or article to give deeper education and information. Now, a LinkedIn newsletter is something every business owner should have right now. LinkedIn sends out an invitation automatically to your contacts to subscribe when you create it, which is unbelievable. This allows you to build an organic audience right away. So my newsletter, it's called LinkedIn Tips and Updates. It's a weekly newsletter that comes out every Friday, has 6,100 subscribers in only 3 months. Take advantage of this. On top of LinkedIn actually pushing it out so people subscribe, LinkedIn will also email every subscriber that subscribes to your newsletter personally when you produce a new edition. So we always talk about visibility, organic reach. This, my friends, is one of the most optimal ways to do it. Now that LinkedIn allows you to publish a newsletter and simultaneously have it pushed out to those that have subscribed, but it also makes it a game changer because the LinkedIn newsletter feature also allows you to build trust and rapport daily, if you want to do it daily, weekly, which is what I recommend, bi-weekly, which is the second best option, or monthly, which larger scale companies could do. Your frequency will determine how quickly you can build that know, like, and trust. My recommendation, as I mentioned, is to publish weekly or bi-weekly to stay on top of mind. I feel like daily is, I feel like that's too aggressive. It's too much of a commitment. And monthly, depending upon the size of the company, if it's on a smaller scale, someone within your space is going to get more visibility if they're going to do it weekly or bi-weekly. So you want to stay top of mind. So you want to stay away from the monthly edition release. You want to do it in a greater frequency, such as weekly or bi-weekly. When you are consistent with this long form type of content in the form of a LinkedIn newsletter, it will add to your credibility, which is what we're looking to. We are looking for ways to build our credibility. And the LinkedIn newsletter feature is a fantastic way to do that. Not only to have that reputable newsletter along with your business, but also a newsletter that creates education and information to that growing audience that you have. So Monday, do that LinkedIn Live or that LinkedIn native video. Wednesday, do that poll to educate and inform your audience on, provide relative feedback to find out what they're struggling with, to get that market research. And on Friday, write that long form piece of content well over the 3,000 character limit, which you're only allowed to on regular LinkedIn posts, doing that in the LinkedIn newsletter feature. So again, these 3 types of content should be pushed out every single week by you on LinkedIn, and spread them out through that Monday, Wednesday, Friday strategy. It's going to keep you systematic. It's going to keep you organized, and it's going to keep you consistent, which obviously is the name of the game. And again, if you hop over to scottaaron.net, obviously you can download my free infographic to start optimizing your LinkedIn profile. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please enjoy the rest of your days, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much again for checking out today's episode. And if you are listening through iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are, please leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you loved, what you would like to see improved, or ideas you have for future episodes. And if you are interested in taking your business to the next level, don't hesitate to go to my website, www.scottaaron.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me, where I can learn more about you, your business, what you're struggling with, and how we can work together. And don't forget to check out my wife, Nancy, and mine, our free community on Facebook called LinkedIn Leads for Life. We would love to see you in there. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you, everyone, for your support. Grateful for each and every one of you.